Now this is a very typical asam pedas dish. Asam pedas simply means sour, which of course we are using the tamarind juice, and pedas means spicy. So it's spicy, a bit sour. The first thing we need to do here is to take our dried chili. Now when we talk about all this gulai, we use a variety of chili. We use fresh and sometimes we also use dry chili. So this dry chili, what you need to do first is to soak it in hot water for about 15-20 minutes. It's going to swell up, and then you drain the water and immediately you puree them into a paste, or sometimes we call this chili bowl. So you take a couple of tablespoons and just throw them inside. Now, it depends on how spicy this dish you want. Again, I said the choice is yours. But since we're going to cook the whole chicken there, and I just love my dish to be slightly spicy, so we're going to put a bit more there, and we're going to have some shallot, maybe 3 pieces of garlic, few slices of turmeric, and then ginger, slices of young ginger, lemongrass, and then we're going to add a bit of belacan. And then I'm going to put in a bit of my makrut lime leaf, or we call it daun limau purut, or sometimes known as kaffir lime leaf. My secret of making this dish is daun kesom, as we call it, or Vietnamese mint. And just, there you are. And you just take them out like that, and just throw everything in. Because these spices, these leaves and herbs and all that, is going to bring a lot of flavor to the dish. We're just going to add a bit of water inside there, and just blend everything together. And don't forget, we are also going to add here a little bit of coriander powder into the dish. Having done that, all you need to do here is just to blend everything into a very fine paste. Can you see that? Nothing too difficult. And there you are. Now we heat up the oil here, and what we're going to do here is to saute all these ingredients together, and so that they all get cooked thoroughly. When we cook many of our spices, just like the way the Indian does that, we use slightly a bit more oil than normal, because you really want to cook the spices all the way down. But in case it turns out to be slightly a bit oily, you can always skim off the fat at the end of the cooking process. Now from now onwards, we're going to simmer gently all these spices and cook it for about 15 minutes slowly, because as mentioned a while, when you cook Malaysian dishes, it's very, very important to cook everything at a very slow pace, gently, so that all the spices come together, the aroma. Until then only you start adding in your chicken. As you can see, the spices are all toasting nicely, and all the oil starts to float on the surface. And now we need to add in the chicken pieces. I have a whole chicken here cut into 12 pieces, and we're going to render the chicken for another 4 or 5 minutes. Let it cook for a while, and then we start adding tamarind juice. So while that's happening, I am going to also add in my fresh pineapple. So now this pineapple, we're going to cook it together, because that pineapple gives that nice sweetness to the dish together with the chicken. Now as I'm rendering the chicken for a few minutes here, we're going to throw in our chopped daun kesom, or the Vietnamese mint, and I am also going to bruise one of my lemongrass. So many different ways of preparing. And so how we do it, we bruise that with a mortar, break that, and you can smell, the fresh aroma coming through together. Now you can see the chicken is cooking slowly together with all the spices, all rendering. I feel lovely. And sometimes you even sneeze when you cook this because of that chili thing. So next we're going to do here is to add in my tamarind juice. So tamarind you can easily buy in the Asian grocery store. Sometimes they are already in the bottle, sometimes they come like in a paste. And all you need to do is take the tamarind pulp, mix a bit of lukewarm water, and then strain them. And this is what's happening here. So next I'm going to put in my coconut cream, just a bit of lime leaf, and so we're going to simmer this for the next 15 minutes until the chicken is nice and tender. So I put a bit of sugar there, and also a bit of salt, and then we're going to leave this dish to really cook for a while. Once the chicken becomes nice and tender, now we can put them and plate them. So you can see here how simple Malaysian cuisine is all about. All you need to do is getting all the right ingredients together, You blend everything. If you don't have a blender, you can still go back to Stone Age and use the pounder. And then you see all these spices coming together. Just beautiful. There you are. So delicious.